Welcome back to another Artist Spotlight. I am President of Harmony, Joe Foy, and today I am joined by Tyler. And is it Laughlin or
Yeah,
Laughlin? I got it right. Perfect. So Tyler, I saw you perform in Bright Star with Lyric Theater. You played one of the characters. What was the character that you played?
I played Jimmy Ray, the son of the mayor.
Gotcha. And that was your first show with Lyric Theater. Is that right?
Yes,
Gotcha. And so you are a baritone singer and an actor.
I am.
How long you been doing that?
I've been in musical theater about 5, 6 years. Started in 8th grade back at my high school back in Huntingburg, Indiana.
Gotcha.
8th grade was the earliest you could do. I remember my first role was LeFou in Beauty and the Beast.
Yep, that's great.
Yeah.
So it feels like a short amount of time, but you did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
You had done that part before, is that correct?
I
heard.
had.
Yeah.
My junior year of high school, we did Bright Star for our school. That year we were all doing COVID and stuff like that. And so we chose an outdoor venue because about 20 miles away from my high school, there's a state park called Lincoln State Park in Indiana. And they have a big amphitheater called Lincoln Amphitheater. And they very graciously let us perform there so that we could be in line with COVID regulations and restrictions and still be able to have a musical program that year.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So great. So you're kind of doing this performing arts stuff in the middle of COVID, but still able to do it, which is pretty cool. Not something everybody was able to do.
Oh yeah, very lucky.
Yeah, the winters up here were long for sure. So how long have you been in the area?
I've been up here since December of 2022, about 8 months now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And how have you been enjoying it so far?
I love it. I'm here in the Army, military police, and I love my job. I can say wholeheartedly I love my job.
Yep.
Yeah.
How did you end up getting into that?
So, in high school, people were always asking me, like anyone else, they're always like, oh, what do you want to do? What do you want to do after high school? And I always had two answers, and that was, oh, I want to get into music and be a music teacher, be an actor. And then the other answer was, oh, I want to go into law enforcement. And you say that, and people always give you like a stare. They're always like, oh, well, those are two very vastly different careers.
For sure.
Both of those have always been my passion. And being able to do that in conjunction with my job was incredibly rewarding.
Yeah. I mean, it's like in people's mind, maybe they're vastly different.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I feel like, music or the performing arts or things like that, they can go hand in hand with most careers, I'd say.
Definitely.
Somebody come up with one that it doesn't go with, I guess. But so you've been here for a little while. You got to participate in the local theater, and so being in the Army Police, does that mean that you're only stationed here for a short amount of time, likely?
It depends. So I could get orders for somewhere else, but those could be years down the line, or I could defer them if I eventually get them. So I do plan on staying here for a while until I can at least get my career settled. And I love the area up here. It's very beautiful.
Yeah. If you did get stationed anywhere else, do you think you'd continue trying to find the local theater groups and perform in local theater?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do anything outside of local theater regarding the performing arts? Do you play any instruments or anything like that?
Not a whole lot. In high school, I played tuba for 5 years, and I liked that. But
yeah.
Tubas are expensive, and I don't make enough money to buy a tuba just yet.
No, we've actually been. Last year we searched for tubas and found that some of them were like 10 grand.
Yeah.
And we found a couple. If you're looking to borrow one, there's some that we have. But singing. So you were in chorus, I assume, in school. You were doing the musicals and stuff like that. You have a very nice singing voice. You didn't do anything outside of, in terms of like taking vocal lessons or anything like that?
So my choir teacher back home, Eric Kendall, amazing person. I was related to him like second cousin, once removed or something like that. But I grew up knowing his family. We went to the same church together, and that's where I really started singing in church choir growing up. like just as a little kid. And then as I grew older, got into middle school, high school, he moved. He finished his college, and then he began teaching at my school.
Gotcha.
And I remember I was in 7th grade because I was the first year you could take chorus classes. And he was like, he heard me sing, and he was like, I want to test something real quick. And so he did like the voice warm ups, or just to test your range. And he gets down, and I don't remember what it was, but I remember it was deep. And he looks up at me, and he looks at the piano, and he looks back up at me, and he's like, my high school baritones my high school basses have trouble hitting that note. And I was like,
just the way it was.
Yeah.
But you also were singing higher notes too. I don't know. You had a great range, a great quality.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that definitely came most. I'd say 50% pure will, 50% just asking to bring some of the notes down.
Yeah.
But definitely, I had to sing some higher parts than I was comfortable with, but it came out all right.
Sounded great. And so now in the Lyric Theater production of Bright Star, which was your first time with them, I assume you met a couple people there. Have you stayed in touch with anybody?
Yeah, the cast has a group chat still. We still communicate. Yeah, incredibly talented people there.
Yes.
It was wonderful to be able to work with them and find a good little place to perform.
Yeah.
Because originally, whenever I found it, I was here for maybe a month, and I was looking around at theaters to like just watch. I had no intention of joining or performing, just to watch some. And I saw that Lyric Theater had auditions for Bright Star, and I was like, oh, I already sang that, so like might as well try out.
Yeah.
Got the part, and that's history.
Yeah, you're gonna do it again?
I do think I will do it again.
Yeah.
I don't know when though, because with work it was like get off at 5, shower, change, go there at 6, then come back at 9:30, go to bed, wake up at 5, and it was very time consuming, but incredibly rewarding. So I do think eventually I will do it again.
Yeah. You should, if there's a couple songs that we can do together, you should come to our open stage sometime. Sing a couple songs. That's a simpler thing.
Oh, yeah.
Less commitment. But that's great. Is there anything else that you'd like to talk about that I didn't touch on?
Not that I can think of right now, no.
Great. Well, we very much appreciate you being our Artist Spotlight. I hope that you do join more lyric shows. Maybe I see you out a little bit. And that you're able to stick around for a decent amount of time too.
Of course.
So thank you.
Thank you.